Hey guys, it's Grim here, and we are back with part 2 of our Manor run. Okay, so to recap, we've been into the Manor, we have killed some of the guards, we spoke to all the guests outside, found out there's some plot going on, the Queen's disappeared, she's been teleported somewhere, and now we're having some quick repairs, and we're going to crack on with some more bosses. Has anybody got any transmutation stones?
Yeah, I got 22 in the bank.
Okay, bit of a random conversation. Basically, I got a bow that I thought was quite cool, the artwork was, but it turns out it's not, so I'm not going to transmutate it, but that's what the question was about. And now it's trying to get back to the others to have the fight. I'll give you some gold for it, but if I can nick one off you. The bow I just,
Yeah, sure.
bow I just picked up's a green, it's shit, but the artwork for it is epic. Honestly, Grim, it's not epic. It looks like shit compared to some of the good stuff.
Yeah. Where are you guys heading? Down?
Yeah, I think that's where the sparkles were heading.
Where did they go?
Okay, at this point, me and Bolt basically had ported back. We repaired our armour, and the guys are headed on. And for some reason, they're surprised that there was mobs down here. So me and Bolt joined just at the right time, come ploughing in behind, and we start to get cracking to a fight. Now, there's no bosses down here. Now, again, I will reiterate that this is in story mode, not explorer mode. Yeah, there was no bosses down here. We literally just had to clear out a load of trash. Only thing I did find a bit of a pain is being ranged. It was very difficult, and probably being a fat char didn't help, to get any really good kiting. Not an issue in this, it's just a case of burning them down. Guys are popping their misfire wolves and their other elites, and we're just trash slapping. It's no biggie. But I did find in the next instant we did, which
Both must move this way.
okay, cheers for that, Captain. Sorry. In the next instance that we did, which I'm pretty sure it's the Arbor one. It's the one that's in the Silvari starting area. That some of that was really constrictive in terms of trying to kite, but there was one of the most epic kiting boss fights I've ever done. Really, really good fun. But anyway, back to this one. Yeah, so this is still, we're basically in the basement underneath the manor, just killing trash. No difficulty at all. I think I was getting frustrated at this point because I really wanted to swap to my greatsword just because it was a pain in the ass. My camera kept flitting out. You can't really notice it on this, but it was quite annoying at the time. But anyway, that's just minor gripes. Now, as I got a bit of time, the instance as a whole, really enjoyed, apart from obviously the first bit, which was really painful. We've done 3 of them now. The Arbor one, in terms of... God, this one ain't designed for fucking range, is it? I have to go get the greatsword out. And there it is, my whinge about, I wish I had the greatsword out. Yeah, the Arbor one, in terms of just pure instance, as in running a dungeon and just the fun of it, was amazing. I really, really enjoyed that. In terms of both story and instance, probably still Ascalon, but I haven't done any of the others yet. But just, I really enjoyed that, and I think there's a bit of nostalgia in the fact that I'd watched Total Biscuit do it, and it's just kind of, wow, I'm actually playing Guild Wars and I'm in an instance kind of thing. This one, still amazingly good fun. I think is my favourite in terms of story and setting. I really enjoyed that. In terms of instance, and I will reiterate this, in story mode, this is probably my least favourite instance. But again, this is story. All this is doing is trying to tell me what happened, you know, what's been going on, Zoja and the Queen and everything else. So I'm not expecting, you know, a super hard challenging fight on this. I'm not gonna... I desperately want to go and say, oh, but when we did the next one we did this, this and this, but I don't want to say that because I don't want to spoil it. That video will be up. Probably tomorrow that will go up. Or at least the first part. But, yeah. no, I'm not gonna say anything. Just stop. Stop, Grim. Stop it. Okay, we're done. So yeah, at this point, basically, once you go through the basement, it's really just a kind of trash clearing exercise. We had a few panic points towards the end because there's some what look like huge mob fights, and you're thinking, God, are they all going to be veterans, or elites, whatever you want to call them? But they're not. Yeah, my only real issue with this instance is this bit. It's the close proximity, the inability to sort of kite or move around very much.
Whoops, what the?
And there's something I love about Guild Wars 2. It doesn't matter whether it be the lowliest trash in an instance. If you're not paying attention, like with all MMOs, it can still catch you out. But because of the downgrading system in this, it really catches you out sometimes. So, and we're all still learning, which is the key to this. And we're having a discussion about what's the easiest and worst class to probably play. Not worst, but most difficult to learn at the moment in Guild Wars 2. And oh, hang on a minute. Ace about to tell us something.
Horse.
Okay, sometimes it doesn't matter what MMO you're playing. You squishy little cloth wearers, you gotta watch out. Yeah, that was both Aeth and Bolt dropping there, but we managed to get them back up and crack on. I do love the way anybody can res in this. It's a fantastic system for doing instances. And yeah, it does. You should be able to stay in the fight. It makes it much more kinetic, much more. I don't know what the proper word for it would be, but it just feels like it is a scrap rather than just the fights aren't an execution; they are a fight. But yeah, so we were discussing what classes were the best or the worst to try and learn, and in my opinion, the Ranger was probably the easiest to learn. Because it's very similar to other MMOs. But hang on, oh, I think we'll go back to more live comm. Jesus, Toby, just seen the amount of buffs on your character.
Ah, it's a special
Nice.
thing I have.
Oh, the Guardians and their damn buffs. Yeah, I just think the Ranger's probably the easiest to play because it's so similar to what we've played in other games. You know, the Hunter in WoW, the Squib Herder in Warhammer. They're the two I remember the most, and it's very similar feel to those. Whereas you've got like the Elementalist is very different from a lot of wizardy type classes I've seen. The Guardian, it's hard to find that right balance. I think they'll be an amazing class once they're mastered, but very difficult to get a grip to begin with. But here we go. Now listen to some chatter about the fantastic loot we've got.
I don't get it. I only get stuff my character can't use.
Yeah, you and me both, mate. I've got light armor and a rifle.
Yeah, I get rifles and medium armor.
Ooh, what's the medium?
Yeah, I also got light armor, but it's
I will show you, but it's shit.
yeah, mine too. Blue shit.
That's nice, Aeth.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, mate.
Anybody can use the war horn, by the way.
So, in the usual thing that you do, we're all comparing loot. Tobes decides that, nope, I'm a char, I need to be in the fighting, and I'm going to go pull some mobs. So, off he goes, and manages to pull some mobs for us.
Whoops! Yeah, sorry. Here they come.
Okay, this next section, I'm just going to fast forward because pretty much for the next, I don't know, 5-10 minutes that we were playing, it's basically just pull it, kill it, pull it, kill it. It's just trash we're going through. So I will fast forward it for you guys.
Really?
And I'll slow it down there, and you guys can listen to how we were trying to deal with what we thought were a hillside full of veterans, and they weren't. So I'll go back into live comms now, guys.
Maybe try to pull not everybody at once.
Get that group of the dogs first, I reckon, because they're heading back now.
Yeah, we kill them first then, before we go to the top.
You guys
rocket.
burn down those dogs of AoE, we'll get the lieutenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got on already, mate.
And we end up going for the dogs first anyway. So again, this is just trash. We just got the wizards to burn down the dogs, and then we just took out the lieutenant. Nice and simple, nothing to it. So this fucker's taken care of. And once again, Tobe, our guardian, is not happy.
Why? Why? Oh.
As I said before, I think we've all got a steep learning curve with this game to get used to it, and I think tanks are going to have the biggest, because it's just such an alien concept.
Knew that coming, Andy.
Yeah, thanks.
So now, finally, we get to fighting this village, which again we still think is veterans, but it's actually not.
So pull them. Try to pull them. Not everybody at once.
I'll try and pull the first guy.
You know you're going to put them all away. They're all going to come.
Whoops.
Oh,
No,
alright,
I
they're
usually don't
normals.
come at once.
AoE him down.
You can kill me.
Okay, so I'll be honest, yeah, we pulled this village or tree house, whatever you want to call it, pack of mobs, burnt them down. Most of them were just normals, they weren't elites or anything special. So then we start hitting on them, and not in that way. So we got bolts slowly dropping, but again, this is nothing overly scary, and we're kind of like, okay, what's the next challenge? What's the next thing we've got to do? And we're like killing this lieutenant. Bolt's dropped now, or just about hanging in there, but he does go down because they end up resing him. So I'm like running back, grabbing Bolt, and while I'm doing this, I have no idea what goes on behind me. They kill that last lieutenant guy, and then all of a sudden,
Thanks, man.
you are more than welcome, Mr. Bolts. So all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, where's everybody going? And I realise that they're actually starting to work their way up the tree. Well, okay, Tobe is working his way up the tree.
The fuck. Ah, fuck.
Bolt isn't working his way up the tree because Bolt is laying on the floor, getting rezzed by me. So we have sent Tobe up the tree on his own, followed by the captain.
I'm gonna try to push him down.
Aye.
Let's see if he, no.
I'm on Tobes, you're on your own now, mate.
So as before, Tobes is up there fighting the good fight. Eventually I get up there, and I'm spanking away on this guy, who's already halfway down. Thank you very much, guys. I will once again come in at the end and try and take some of the glory. So, as you see, he's almost dead now. And I'm kind of like, okay, what's the plan now? Search, grab some goodies off of him, and start equipping crap. Which I've now subsequently got rid of, as I've got all new gear. I might do a little video just showing currently what I'm in. It's nothing fancy, but you know, I can show you guys the evolution of what's going on.
Okay, we should go down or what?
Yeah, just open this guy.
Now at this stage, this is pretty much story done. You've got a little chest here, which you can grab. I think we get some green stuff out of it, but there's nothing really of great interest. And then I'm going to cut out some of the little middly combat bits, me just saying goodnight to somebody in guild. And you guys can then see, I'll skip, I think it's another couple of minutes, but I'll skip it. You guys can see what happened next.
How do you show?
Okay, so I've jumped ahead a little bit. Basically, we just went a little bit further at that path. You haven't missed a lot. We have found the Queen, and she's being held by this champion, and we've killed her veterans, and now it's just basically a tank and spank burner down job. As it always is with these story modes, it's not anything overly complex. So she gets pimp slapped until she eventually dies, and then you get a nice pretty cutscene, which I will let you guys watch. Now, if you enjoyed these two videos, guys, please, leave a like, and even sub if you want. Yeah, it's always good. And there's more crazy stuff with Titans to come. So, as I say, I will leave you with the cutscene. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.
Caudecus! I knew you were in on this. You were working with the Separatists.
Me? I was a victim here. I had no idea what Uzulan was up to.
Looks like the lead singer from Smashing Pumpkins.
Lie! You're under arrest.
Logan, I believe Caudecus is innocent.
Your Majesty, you can't take his side.
Caudecus is guilty of many things, Captain, but he was not responsible here. The Separatists were planning to capture him as well.
Capture? Me? I am in
I
your
think you
debt.
get the real cut of it when you do it in
Also, for your own protection, you should
exploration
stay in
mode.
my palace. Temporarily, of
Although
course.
doing it on story,
I
you do
insist.
get a gold final armor
I mean,
piece.
I'm sure... Certainly.
That's cool. I
Yes.
just like doing dungeons anyway.
Yes.
Your Majesty.
Once
Yeah,
Steve
it-
gets to
serious?
60, we can do the next
Very
one.
serious, Captain.
It's been really straightforward.
Yeah, the story ones always are. They're really,
know.
really
For
easy.
his own sake.
And then when you go back to do them as Explorer, they're a
Then
lot
I
harder.
should remain as well, to help keep an eye on him.
No, no need.
I mean, what do you mean? I mean,
No, there's different
more
ways to go
mobs or
through
tougher mobs
the
or-
instance.
One that leads
Um,
beyond
like-
divinity's reach.
Ascalon Catacombs,
There
there's
are
3
dangers
different
that
ways to
threaten
do
you
it in
here.
Explorer mode. There's more of the
There are
dungeon.
dangers that face all of us, Logan. All of our world. There are things only you can do.
Ah, so we're doing it the most easy way?
You have to
because
do it this way, you
is
don't have
the
a
first
choice the
time?
very first time.
Yeah.
But like, once we've done this, if we walked back in through the
I should-
portal, it would ask us, do you want to do it in story mode or
And
Explorer?
I will be waiting for your return.
What an invention.
Ah,
Oh, nice. Shitty gear, but nice
Yeah.
money. I needed that. I'm so broke. But,
I can change to... yay, I can change to sword and board.
did you get something you could use, or?
No, but I've become 76, I have stuff.
Great,
That's
huh?
a gift, yes.
Every time I complete
Do
a
you want
dungeon, I
that?
seem to get the same as your condom hat.
Yeah, I get that stupid pimp's hat.
Toads? Is that shield any good, mate?
No.
Okay, well that's us done. Now, basically we go off and do some questing. We level up the captain so that he's ready to do the level 50. Next video is going to be that instance, so stick about and enjoy. And also we're going to have some cooking from Cuddles. So, some good stuff coming. Catch you all later. Bye.